Now, there are some folks that say that the Old Testament has been done away with, that you no longer need it, that it's for the Jews and no longer applicable for the New Testament Christians. Well, I have a huge concern with that statement, and that is that without the Old Testament, you wouldn't know if Jesus was in fact the Messiah. Without the Old Testament, you wouldn't know a thing about Christ, and you wouldn't be able to affirm that he indeed is who he said he was. So without the Old Testament, you can't confirm that he is the Christ. And some folks say, well, we're New Covenant Christians. Well, the New Covenant was established as well in the Old Testament prophets. And so you have to consider that the Old Testament is the one that testifies about him. And then the New Testament is a continued revelation of the Christ that was foretold in the Old Testament. So if someone says to you, just delete the old, I think you should delete the conversation. Because without the Old Testament, you can't affirm that Jesus is the Christ.